That's right. Nothing. Yeah.
Love it or hate it, Autotune has come to stay. It's been around since the early 90s, and at this point, it's pretty obvious that this musical phenomenon is not going anywhere anytime soon. On one hand, Autotune has helped a number of artists find their sounds and improve the overall quality of their music. But on the other hand, no thanks to the excessive use of Autotune, some very talented artists have lost their unique sounds, opting to sound like machine-controlled robots instead. Today, for your viewing pleasure, we have compiled a list of rappers who use way too much Autotune. We advise that you pull out your earmuffs, ladies and gentlemen, because it's about to go down. But first, a simple reminder on how to enter our brand new giveaway. We are giving away either an iPhone X Max, the new iPad mini, or a MacBook Pro. It's all your choice, so be sure to leave a like, comment the keyword, subscribe, and turn on notifications to enter this giveaway. It's really that simple. Travis Scott. Travis never gets a break. When he isn't being accused of vulturing his way to the top by mimicking the likes of Kanye West and Kid Cudi, he is getting a lot of stick for using way too much Autotune, which isn't exactly a lie. Travis Scott, who was born Jacques Bermond Webster II on April 30th, 1992 in Houston, Texas, US, officially began his music career in the year 2012. Prior to his official music debut, Travis belonged to two bands and had released a handful of EPs. But it wasn't until he met Kanye that his career really took off. He initially started out co-producing on Kanye West's Cruel Summer compilation album, and from there, he moved on to become one of the biggest rappers in the game with 8 Grammy nominations, a Billboard Music Award, and a Latin Grammy Award under his belt. In fairness to Travis, we have to point out that the man makes good music. I mean, his single, Antidote, is certified quadruple platinum for a reason, but he needs to consider cutting down on the Autotune, and we are not the only ones who think so. On an episode of Queen Radio on Apple Music's Beats One, Nicki Minaj referred to Travis as Autotune Man, and after the release of his 2018 album, Astroworld, one internet user came out to say that the album sounds like it was made by a robot singing into a fan. Yikes. It seems like Travis better start cutting back on the Autotune before he loses a couple of loyal fans. Will.i.am. Once upon a time, Will.i.am and the Black Eyed Peas used to make good music, and then Will decided to give Autotune a try, and from there, things just went downhill. So downhill that one internet user described his new music as auto-tuned electro garbage. Will.i.am, who was born William James Adams Jr. on March 15, 1975, is an American rapper, singer, songwriter, record producer, entrepreneur, television personality, actor, and the founding and lead member of the musical group Black Eyed Peas. This 45-year-old has been in the industry since 1988 and has certainly established himself as a force to be reckoned with. In the 23 years since his official music debut, Will.i.am has produced music for several award-winning artists, recorded several hit songs, and released various chart-topping albums, which is why fans all over the world were deeply disappointed when he started relying too heavily on Autotune. When the whispering got too loud sometime in 2012, he finally decided to address the issue. In an interview, he admitted that he was really leaning on Autotune, but only because he wasn't as good a singer as he would like. He also went on to say that he was working on his singing abilities and would hopefully not be so dependent on Autotune in the near future. It's been nearly 9 years since that interview. What do you guys think? Did he get any better? Future's excessive use of the musical phenomenon that is the Autotune is loved and loathed in equal measure. While some believe that he has taken Autotune and created a sound for himself, others, well, they think he sounds like a whiny robot. Future, who was born Navadius Damon Wilburn on November 20th, 1983, developed a passion for music at a very young age. He made his official music debut in 2003 when he was only 20 years old, and 17 years later, thanks to the support of his first cousin, Rico Wade, the tutelage of Atlanta rapper Rocco, and his amazing work ethic, he made his way to the top, discovering Autotune along the way. Over the years, numerous news outlets and magazines have published articles about Future that portray the conflicting opinions people have about his Autotune sound. Pitchfork Media wrote that Future miraculously shows that it's still possible for Autotune to be an interesting artistic tool. According to the article, he finds a multitude of ways for the software to accentuate and color emotion. The LA Times, however, does not share this sentiment. An article published published by the newspaper stated, Future's highly processed vocals suggest a man driven to bleary desperation by drugs or love or technology. Whether you share the sentiment of critic Simon Reynolds, who believes that Future has reinvented blues for the 21st century, or you are of the opinion that he sounds like a whiny robot. One thing is certain, whenever a list of rappers who uses too much autotune is compiled, Navadius Cash would definitely earn his spot. T-Pain. You didn't think we forgot about T-Pain now, did ya? The man is literally the king of autotune. American rapper, singer, songwriter, record producer, and gamer, T-Pain was born Fahim Rashid Najm on September 30th, 1985. He developed a passion for music as a child, and by the time he was 10, he had converted his bedroom into a mini studio. But it wasn't until he turned 19 that he made his musical debut with the release of his debut album, Rappa Turnt Sanga, in 2005, only a year after he was discovered by Akon. In the past 16 years, we have watched T-Pain evolve and develop his own style of music, which he calls hard and B. This style essentially involves the creative use of the autotune, pitch correction, effects to create distinctive vocal sounds. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the difference between T-Pain and the other rappers on our list. You see, Teddy Penderaston is well aware of the fact that he uses way too much autotune, and matter of fact, he is proud of it. T-Pain's hard and B style of music has been credited with substantially influenced hip-hop, including Snoop Dogg's single Sexual Eruption, Lil Wayne's single Lollipop, and Kanye West's album 808s, and Heartbreak, which is probably why in November 2008, he demanded credit from other artists who used autotune. We did tell you T-Pain was the king of autotune, didn't we? Roddy Ricch. Roddy Ricch has been in the music industry for a little over 3 years, which is relatively short, but the rapper has gained so much prominence that even if he decides to quit rapping today, he wouldn't be forgotten in a hurry. Roddy, who was born Roderick Wayne Moore Jr. on October 22nd, 1998, released his debut mixtape, Feed the Streets, in November 2017 when he was 19 years old, and that marked the beginning of his journey to fame. He eventually rose to mainstream prominence following the release of his 2018 single, Die Young. Roddy is no doubt a talented young man, but we can't deny the fact that he uses a little too much autotone. In an article, Rolling Stones wrote that Roddy's scorched voice and melodic delivery are far more indebted to the autotune acrobatics of Atlanta trap stars Future, Young Thug, and Chicago drill pioneers Lil Durk, Chief Keef than anything that's come out of California in the last decade. Well, ouch. While some argue that Roddy uses autotune in a creative way that polishes his vocals instead of making him sound robotic, others believe he is a basic rapper that sounds just like every other auto-tuned rapper in the industry right now. Another set of loyal Roddy Ricch fans believe that the rapper would sound even better without, and we can't wait to see if he will take their advice. But in the meantime, let us know your thoughts in the comments. Do you think Roddy would sound better without autotune? Tory Lanez. Next up on our list is a Canadian rapper, singer, songwriter, and record producer, Tory Lanez. Tory Lanez, like some of the other rappers on our list, developed his passion for music at a young age. Despite all the hardship he faced during his teenage years, he made time to brush up on his rap skills and to teach himself to sing. When he was only 16, Tory dropped out of the 10th grade to fully focus on his music career. While many consider this a brash decision, we are just glad that it all worked out for him in the end. This is also why we don't want to see him throw away everything he has worked hard for by losing his unique sound to autotune. In recent years, the topic of Tory Lanez's music being auto-tuned has come up quite a lot. So the big question is, does the Canadian rapper who often gets compared to the Sixth God himself use auto-tune or not? If you have listened to Tory's music, we are pretty sure you can already answer that question yourself. Yes, he does. A little too much if you ask me. And the reason this doesn't sit right with many of his fans is because Tory can actually sing without auto-tune. He proved this in a homemade video of himself flexing his vocals that he uploaded to Twitter. It just doesn't make any sense. The man has amazing vocals, so why would he opt for the conventional auto-tuned robotic sound that has infiltrated and contaminated the rap industry? Well, the good news is that after receiving so much backlash, Tory finally decided to give up auto-tune and focus on developing his vocals. In a post he made on social media, he admitted to using a ton of auto-tune in the past, but then went to say that he was done with that now. We really hope he keeps his word because, like we said earlier, he has amazing vocals, and it would be a shame to let that go to waste. With that, we have come to the end of today's video. Before we call it a day, remember to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and turn on post notifications to stay updated on all our videos. Also, feel free to share your thoughts in the comment section down below, as we would love to hear from you. Until next time, thanks for watching, and goodbye.